Hi, this is Anna, and this is Check It at the Round Table, where we discuss movies, books, music, and stuff. Today, we are discussing 1 week after the move. What is it like? Well, it's very peaceful. I haven't had to haul a single box anywhere in a week, which is positively divine. I'm just saying. Also, I've been able to get up later, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm able to go to sleep at a decent hour. So, my productivity has been amazing. I'm like, wow, I should do this more. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you're not hauling boxes to and from places. So anyway, what have I discovered in this week? Well, I've discovered it's been a long while since I've done a podcast. It was like, I really need to do a podcast. And the other thing I've discovered is taking things slowly. It's like all of my friends are like, Anna, you really need to just take a break. And if you can't go to the country you're thinking about going, then go take a bloody vacation somewhere for a few weeks. I'm like, I'm going to take them up on it. So this November, I'm packing my bags and I am heading off for a vacation by the beach in sunny weather in a beautiful country. I'm like, I have never really done that before, but I think it's time. So anyway, I'm getting ready for that. And the other thing that I've realized is it is okay to say there are certain things you cannot do. I am an oldest, which I think is one of the reasons, in addition to being an INSP, which means that we are the defender personality, which some people think of as a positive, but can be rather negative in certain situations. For me, it's like I try to do everything by myself. It's not that I'm not okay with people helping me. It's just I'm like, if I can do X, then why on earth won't I do X by myself? Why would I ask someone else to help me? Because it just seems completely foreign to me. So anyway, I'm working on that. Because the thing I found is that even if you can do something by yourself, it can be really exhausting after a while. So after having a week, it's like, number one, I'm really glad the moving is done. The boxes are in the storage unit for good, bad, or indifferent. Number two, I've also realized that even though I did really a good job of downsizing, I went from a 2-bedroom, 2-bath residence and a garage and a very large storage unit to having 2 rather small storage units with all the stuff in it, plus the things that I brought with me for my short time before I go to that beach. And the thing that I realized is, yes, I got rid of a tremendous amount of things that I do not need, but I still have room for improvement there. So I am actually this November hiring a professional organizer to literally come with me to my one storage unit in particular, because that one, the one that I did first, is perfectly organized. Everything is labeled. The boxes all match. Everything's stacked very nicely. It's perfect. Now, do I have room for improvement? Are there some things that maybe I don't really want to keep in that storage unit? Oh yeah, I will totally concur that would probably be true. But it's tidy. It's perfect. It would be maybe not Martha Stewart magazine storage material, but close. My last storage unit, I was literally, I hate to admit it, but throwing bags of stuff in there because I was like, I have to be out of that garage by 12 p.m. today. And if I do not throw these bags in here, I will not get out of that garage by 12 p.m. today. So that storage unit is the one that I'm hiring the professional organizer for in October, because I'm like, you know what? I need help. Because it's daunting. I've already gotten rid of a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, the idea of going to that storage unit again and looking at all the boxes and having to redo it by myself is zero fun. So I've decided I'm hiring that organizer. We're going to go together. We'll probably have it knocked out in less than literally 2 hours, but it will be so much easier because I will have someone there who knows that A, I am moving further abroad. B, I want to keep certain things, but maybe not keeping all my plastic hangers is a good plan. Really, I think I can get plastic hangers if I ever come back to this place again. I don't think they'll quit making plastic hangers, for example. So anyway, that will be good. The other thing that I realized is I was in the middle of when I found out I could not go to the one country I was planning on in Asia because of this COVID restriction with the visas, that I thought, you know what, I'm just going to head to this other country that I can easily get a visa because they do not have COVID restrictions. It's open for tourists. Da, 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 da. The thing that I found out is my ticket was going to either go anywhere from $200 to literally over double what my initial ticket was. So when I found that out, plus I have to pay for my visa, I have to wait for them to approve the visa. That's going to take at least another couple of weeks. When I found that out, I was like, I could do this. I could go and, jump through those hoops, get it done, head out. But the idea of spending literally over $1,000 more possibly on the ticket to make that happen, when that's over double what the one ticket that I bought was, I was like, I don't like that plan. That would pay for literally 3 months in a luxury apartment where I'm going. Yeah, so I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So I thought, my one friend has been saying, Anna, you should come to the beach in this beautiful country. It's lovely in winter. And I've been saying, oh, I don't need to go to the beach. I'm busy with school and work and organizing things to leave. And I'm like, well, I'm not so busy with organizing things to leave. I'm only taking one class this semester, but I'm so glad I did that because I'm still having a little bit of an issue with my grant application that I was supposed to get. So they're reviewing that. So I'm like, when that's sorted, I'll take more than one class. But right now I'm just taking one class. And I also am like, yes, I do work teaching English, but I can work teaching English anywhere. So why not go to the beach and meet with my friend and have a lovely time in the sun? So I'm like, yeah. So until the country I want to go to opens back up, which they're projecting it will probably in early January, I'm going to head out to the country that has no problem with me coming with COVID restrictions, and also is like literally 1/3 of the cost of my flight to redo than the other place. So that's what I've learned. It's like, you can repivot. You might repivot for a minute and go, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then you find out that's not going to work quite as perfectly as you had hoped. And you can sit there and go, darn, that didn't work out quite as perfectly as I'd hoped. But maybe it's the process of the wrong bus might get you to the right destination. Maybe the fact that this didn't work out right now is actually a really good thing, not a bad thing. Because I was talking with my students on the day that I was literally supposed to land in the country I was going to, and they were like, Anna, we have typhoon warnings here. We have big typhoons coming today. And I'm like, I would have been in a plane on the ocean in the middle of that big typhoon. And I'm like, the universe has a sense of humor that the one day in literally my entire life I was going to take this ginormous trip to this place is the day that they have the giant whatever typhoon. And I'm like, sometimes the wrong bus can get you to the right destination. So I'm like, I'm actually glad that trip didn't work out right now, because if it had, I would have been in the air, in a plane, in the middle of a typhoon. So I'm sure they have ways to figure that out, but I'm so glad that wasn't like my first huge trip overseas. The other thing that I've realized is we have a lot of ephemera in our lives. It's like I wrote an article once about ephemera and how even the small things in our lives can be quite meaningful. Like, for example, when stressed. I think every year you should buy yourself a birthday present. Mine was squishy little sushi guy. Isn't he cute? But I digress. But my point is we all have little things in our life that bring us great joy, whether it be squishy sushi guy or rocks or melted rock. There. So anyway, we have those little items that make us happy. So but the thing I've realized is I do like certain ephemera, but I've also realized that this bit of an in-between before I head to the beach in November has been really helpful, because there's a lot of stuff that I had packed because I thought, oh, this will be great for the trip. Like a really nice digital teapot, which is supposed to be amazing and does everything in Celsius and has 4 settings, which is positively dreadful because it's like, I really am going back to my old stainless steel tea kettle, which you literally hit one button and it brews your tea water, your coffee water, your oatmeal water. The other one, you have to hit 4 times, and then you have to hit it another 2 times to get it to actually start. And I'm like, this is just way too complicated for me and my life. So I found out certain appliances are going to go bye-bye before I go abroad further for my trip. And the other thing I've realized is certain clothes I had packed, they aren't going either. It's like I had bought some new clothes for the trip and I was like, oh, this would be perfect for my travels. And I'm like, this is terrible for the travels. This fits tightly on the arm and shoulders. This is an itchy sweater, even though it looks like it'd be uber soft. Or this is a really cool RFID bag in theory, but when you literally do have to tote it somewhere, it becomes as annoying as all get out because it's not really that comfortable to wear over your shoulder the way that they said it would be. So anyway, I've learned those things. It's helped me to downsize even further. Not Marie Kondoing stuff. I really is like, I don't have time to Marie Kondo. When I was packing things up for the move, it's like, if you're here, you're probably valuable. If not, we'll deal with that later. I should that. But anyway, so I would say, you know, this time has been very helpful for that. I think it's going to be interesting to see how productive the next few weeks are, because like this week, I was able to build a landing page. I was able to download 350 some videos off of Zoom, so they're no longer taking up cloud storage. I was like, who knew? So I think, you know, having time to actually think and process and do so that you can then go and like have a vacation. I think, you know, the other thing that is good is I've realized that yes, it will be wonderful to go on vacation in November, but it's also good to take this time and go, I am going to take a step back. I'm going to reevaluate, and I'm going to say, this is kind of the calmness before the vacation, so I can really enjoy that vacation when I do take it. That does not mean I won't work during my vacation. No, I'm still going to be working during my vacation because I like working. I love teaching English. I like doing other stuff. But it will be calmer. I will be more able to focus and be present in that moment because I've had this time to kind of get things in order and to see what I really want to do more than like I've been able to with all the move, all the rigmarole, all the. So I do apologize. This has been a bit of a ramble, but I hope you enjoyed it. And again, you can check out our podcast. We are also on Facebook. And I will be updating the podcast so that we do actually have descriptions. It's been a while, peeps. I'm sorry. But you can definitely hear us out on Facebook. It will be updated as well automatically. And we have a YouTube channel too. So check it at the Round Table. Bye.